This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news for today. Well, starting off the news, it's very sad news. This is how families get a little spooky. Vanessa Bryant had such a horrible past year. I mean, on top of the worst thing that could possibly happen with Kobe. Then, we had this whole shutdown thing. It's just too much stuff, man. And on top of that, her own mother is going against her right now. And that is just nasty. So her mom wants like $5 million from her. Okay. Her mom's getting a little greedy. You got to say that. Mom's getting super greedy. Trying to take $5 million. She wants like a house. She wants to live off the whole family. And I think she also wants like a Bentley or something. She said, Vanessa reacted to this. And she said, my mother is continuing to try to find ways to extort and financial windfall from our family. I have supported her for nearly 20 years. And she was never my or Kobe's personal assistant nor a nanny. I have always been a stay-at-home mom, and my husband and I were our daughter's full-time caregivers. For nearly 2 decades, we arranged for my mom to live in our nearby properties at no cost to her because she had claimed that she didn't have enough money to buy her own home after her split from her husband. She said, my husband and I felt it was best for her not to live in our home. She watched our girls from time to time, just like most grandparents do. She did not take care of business issues and expenses. She was a grandmother who's supported by me and her son-in-law at my request. She now wants to back-charge me $96 per hour for her supposedly working 12 hours a day for 18 years for watching our grandchildren. In reality, she only occasionally babysat my older girls when they were toddlers. As of 10 years ago, our kids are full-time students, athletes, and I didn't have another child till 2016. Her claims are obviously false. I tried repeatedly to work things out with my mom, on contrary to what she's saying. I haven't left my children's side since the accident except to visit the grave. Wow. Earlier this year, I was looking for a new home for her, and a week later, she went on television, gave an interview disparaging our family and making false accusations while living rent-free in a gated apartment complex in Newport Coast. Even after that betrayal, I was willing to provide for my mother with monthly support for the rest of her life. That wasn't good enough. She instead contacted me through intermediaries. Once she demanded $5 million, a house, and a Mercedes. Because I did not give in to her threats and monetary requests, she has spiraled out of control and is making false, absurd claims, and she is now trying to get more money than my husband and I ever spent to provide for her while she was alive. She has no regard. See, this would be easy. This is going to be easy for her in court because they were providing the money for her to stay. They probably could have been charging, 15 to 20 grand for some of those properties they had a month, and they could go into all the other expenses that was paid for her. It's just crazy that your own mother would do that to you. Definitely let's send positive vibes to Vanessa Bryant. Lil Wayne, this is just, I don't know if this is true or not, so let's just say that first, but it's saying that Universal Music Group, this is in a suit. So this all came out because an ex-manager of Lil Wayne is taking him to court for $20 million. He said he was supposed to get like 10% of this and this. It's just complex, okay? He said he renegotiated some deals and all this other stuff. Anyways, it came out that like some masters were sold to Universal for a lot of money. Back in June, $100 million was given to Lil Wayne, but it's saying that it was allegedly Young Money masters, meaning it was Drake and Nicki's masters and not Lil Wayne's masters. That's interesting. Did Lil Wayne give Drake an option to buy his masters back or Nicki? That's interesting, I probably would have given them the option. Maybe he did. We don't know. Okay. But he sold them back to Universal, and they bought them for $100 million, which is kind of cheap. Kind of, especially for Drake masters. But we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, because like they have the financials and the specifics on it. Does Drake still get some kickback from that? Like maybe Drake's still making residuals from a lot of that stuff. We get, it's so complex with music. There's so many different licenses and master, but they control the piece altogether. I don't know. It's like that you would have to go to a entertainment lawyer that knows how to break down things like that. But it is interesting that he might have sold Drake and Nicki's masters. Now, in that whole thing with Birdman, he got these masters back. I know Birdman's punching the air right now because he didn't go as per contract with everything. He lost that whole thing in court and lost these masters. Or maybe Birdman just didn't want to go through it anymore. I mean, he's almost how old is Birdman? I think he's almost 60 years old. Birdman age. Let's see, Birdman age. Okay, he's 51. All right, he's gonna be 52 in a few months. And honestly, man, I just from going to 20s to 30s, and then I'm approaching 40 now. I'm a few years away from 40. It's like, all right, your mind changes as you get old. Your mind matures, and different things matter to you. So maybe his relationship with Wayne was more important to him. I don't know. We'll have to see how that works out. Lastly, we got Tom Cruise. I know you guys have heard the rant he went on with the cast and crew at Mission Impossible 7, where he was very offended that certain people were not following the guidelines. Now, I see where he's mad because it's mainly just about following the guidelines because you don't want the whole production to get shut down, And a lot of people rely on that money. A lot of movies aren't being made, So these people are lucky to be making money. People need this money to pay for their, for everything, for everything. And if they were to get shut down by a few people not just being careful, everyone's at risk, including Tom Cruise. So everybody needs that money, So for everyone to lose an opportunity because of a few people, I guess it had been building up, and he lost it. Now, he was kind of aggressive, but, I get it. So a lot of people are walking off the set because of that. A lot of people are soft nowadays, too. They can't take it. They can't take people speaking the truth to them, It's just, people are a little softer nowadays. Let's be honest. Like we're living in a butterfly times, where there's a lot of censorship going on all these platforms. People want peace with everything when life doesn't really work that way. In history, peace is rare. Okay. And peace is temporary. People are competitive by nature. As people go through different levels of life, you can take someone that's very humble, but if you give them everything and they have power, it changes a lot of people. Very rarely does it change somebody, where that's just being human. So people want things to be unrealistic, when you kind of gotta it just is what it is. You can't rewire. You can try to rewire people, and that's called something else. You're not living in democracy anymore, okay? You're living in dictatorship where they make you're thinking this way. But anyways, guys, it is what it is, okay? Just, really just protect yourself and your family. That's all you can ever do. And treat others how you want to be treated. That's how I always look at life. I try to treat others how I want to be treated until they don't treat me how I want to be treated. Then things aren't cool anymore. You know, if someone continually disrespects you on high levels, not small levels. Some things you just got to let go. Not everything's worth it. But, you know, someone, you just got to not deal with that person anymore, you know, because, like, some people just are miserable, you know. But anyways, I appreciate you guys, and really just treat others how you want to be treated. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll check you guys on the next one. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. I'll check you on the next one.